5 lessons for students who can have a success, how to keep your, nourish your mind with success. So I read a very amazing Sanskrit verse once. It says about the 5 qualities that a student must have. Each one fact that one of us is a student in our life, and this is the best cases which have tried to cultivate these 5 qualities. They would have heard about Kakacheshta. That is what you call, it's a crow. It's a crow. It's Alpahari, Grityagi, Vidyarthi, and Panchalakshanam. This is a story and the discipline how the student should have. Vidya means knowledge, and Arth means Vidyarthi, one who desires knowledge. All of us should possess Panchalakshanam, even as a student, even as we grow up also, we feel for a success. These are the 5 characteristics, features, and qualities. The first one, Kakacheshta, means it's a crow. The cheshta means effort. The Kakacheshta means the effort of a crow. Put effort like a crow. Maybe all of us in a childhood read the story of a crow was flying around looking for some water. Yes? Have you heard about the story? The crow found a pitcher of water. It's a pitcher on the crow. The crow landed itself on the rim of a pitcher, looked inside, found there is a water, but the water was at very bottom, and there was no way the crow could drink water by putting its beak inside, right? So the crow started thinking, what should be done? It came across a brilliant idea. It started looking around and started picking up its beak, the tiny pebbles, putting them inside the pitcher, pebble by pebble, pebble by pebble, pebble by pebble. The crow kept working hard until the level of the water rises above of the pitcher. The crow quenched its thirst. Kakacheshta refers to the patience, hard work, and the efforts of the crow. Yes, folks, today we have to work in our lives. If we have to truly bring out the best in us, we have to go through some painful sharpening. It's Kakacheshta. And don't they say that the only place where success before work is in its dictionary? That is because S comes before W. The second quality of Vidyarthi is Bek Dhyanam. Bek Dhyanam means the intense focus of a crane. Focus on your goal like a crane. When one looks at the crane, standing at one leg, completely focused, the crane with one pointed attention is looking at the water, and the fishes are swimming inside the waters. The crane will allow the small fish to swim around, not be satisfied with them. The crane will focus, will wait for the big fish to come. If the crane settles with the small fish, it will lose the big fish. And if the crane wants the big fish, it has to allow the small fish to pass by and go around. Similarly in life, when you want to focus, it's the important, we should allow the small things to pass. We shouldn't be distracted by the little things. Sometimes there will be a healthy crisis. Sometimes there might be really very hard. So many things keep happening in life. Let the small thing pass by the focus on what's important. The third quality of a student of Vidyarthi is Shwan Nidra. Shwan means a dog and Nidra means sleep. Shwan Nidra means to be more precise, alertness of a dog. All of us have actually seen when the dog sleeps, although the eyes are closed. A dog is very alert to the surroundings. Even if there is a little sound, and if someone walks very slowly, the dog will immediately open its eyes. All those who want knowledge in their lives and want to pursue that's a meaningful of life. So knowledge, stay alert like a dog. All those we have to put in practice and the quality of alertness. Although we may have eyes closed, doing nothing, not literally doing what we want to do, we shouldn't miss out the alert to the world around us. There's a lot of to learn in this world from people, from objects, from situations and surroundings. We will only learn when we are alert. The fourth quality that a Vidyarthi must possess is Alpahari. Even to this day, everybody, Ahar in Sanskrit means it's a food. Alpa means less. So literally Alpahari means that the Vidyarthi, one seeking knowledge, should eat less. This is not the time what is implied by the world thought. We have varieties of ahar, life for examples, from our tongue, from our ears, from the sound that the ahar, music, talks, from our eyes, sight people, beautiful panoramic scenery is the ahar. For such the senses, that is ahar. And when this verses says that the Vidyarthi should be Alpahari, it means we should be very careful what inputs what we give, because whatever inputs we give to our senses actually go and make a very deep, deliberate impression on our psyche. The Sanskrit is also called as sanskara. Always give right inputs to your senses. Sanskara means that indelible impression, that sensory inputs live in our minds. I tell you, we give so many inputs through our sanskars that they leave very indelible mark, sometimes unerasable mark on our conscious and our mind. Therefore, when we talk about Alpahari, it means we should be very careful to choose those sensory inputs which are of value, and those things that we want our mind to take, and do not subject yourself to unwanted things in the world around, which will go and occupy your precious time, which should not be taken by unwanted, less valuable, less priority things. Your mind is a space is meant to reserve for the most important, valuable things. The fifth and the final quality of the Vidyarthi must possess is Grityahata, Grityagi also, to give up. We are in the ancient Eastern world of India. The student would leave their home at an early age and go to study under the teacher or guru in the school which was called Gurukul. I think many of you have heard of Gurukul, right? It means leaving home to go in pursuit of knowledge. It is really implied sense. Grityadi doesn't mean leaving home forever. It's not like you live once forever and go. Leaving our comfort zone. If we living in our comfort zone, we are going to live in our comfort zone only. There is no question in pursuing that which is of true value. Therefore, Grityagi refers to coming out of our comfort zone, which is what no pain, no gain means. No pain and no gain. And thus, these 5 qualities, how to nurture a child's mind, as well as sometimes even we may need all these things to have success. So giving the right inputs to your senses, coming out of all this comfort zone, obviously, definitely a discipline to our mind, which is setting to work our mind in a toughest way, we achieve what we want. I would like to conclude with this small 5 points and leave it to the audience. Thank you.